Let you know, man, you are really encouraging me, motivating me, inspiring me. God is really using you to help me
What's
out.
going on, family? You guys are so amazing. I'm Mr. Aosinspires. This is Aos The Podcast. What's up, family? How y'all been doing? Miss you guys. Listen, listen. You guys, you all have been so supportive of the podcast, so supportive on IG. I greatly appreciate each and every one of you. This is what I need you to do. If you haven't done it already, I need you to go ahead and click something in our on our page on IG. And if it resonates with you, I need you to go ahead and share that on your story. I need 10 of y'all to do it today. Need 10 of you to drop that today. And I need y'all push. And I need you guys to share this with every single person that you know. Why? Because everybody deals with relationship issues. I guarantee you, if you go down our page on YouTube, I guarantee, or even IG, because what we do is we do something a little different. We have for the last weeks, months, really. I mean, the last 200 videos we have, you can see the description of the video, right? On, it's on the video. You can see it. And it pretty much gives you what the video is about. I guarantee you, we talk about something. We give some type of encouraging word that will help you out no matter where you are in your relationship, whether it's healthy, whether it's toxic, whatever. It's there. We talk about a wide variety of stuff that will help you get to the next level. And today is no exception. I'm crazy excited about diving into this thing because there's so many words and there's so many that people say so much about this topic. And let me just give, because you already know, you see the thumbnail. We're talking about forgiving, right? And I'm telling you, forgive and forget. That's what we're talking about. Forgive and forget. I get it. You heard Tupac say, forgive, but don't forget, baby. Keep your head up. I want to challenge that today. And I'm going to help you out during this episode because the truth of the matter is I'm going to give you a major bar. You don't forgive for them. You forgive for you, right? Because if you don't forgive, you are in forever mental bondage, mental jail. So I want to help you out. I want to help you guys work through the process of healing. And we'll talk about all that in a minute. In this episode, I'm excited because I believe that this episode is going to help some people. Also, if you have anything that you want to talk about, that you're like, listen, I need to hear your perspective on this, send us a DM, send us an email at aosthepodcast@gmail.com. Go ahead and send us an email and give us a description. We will not tell your name. You can remain anonymous. You will remain anonymous. You will remain anonymous. We will not tell who you are. Even if you say, hey, tell people who I am. No, we're not doing that. Because our mission, we're not trying to be messy. We're not a messy podcast. None of that. No drama. We just try to help people get to the next level, especially in relationships. We talk about 3 different things here on this podcast, and in the near future, near future, you will hear the different topics come out as I bring on guests, high-level entrepreneurs that have accumulated $100,000 in their business, millions of dollars in their business. I have one guest that just opened up another weed farm about 4 months ago, a marijuana farm, and he making bread. I'm gonna just tell you this because I'm gonna ask him on the podcast how much you making, brother? Because Mike Tyson is making $500,000 a month from his endeavors in marijuana. So, I just want to talk to the business owners, and we talk about 3 different things. We talk about entrepreneurship. You already know our foundation is relationship, and also we talk about life. What is life? Life is life. Like issues and tribulations and testimonies. Like, have you ever been through something great that other people would have died or killed themselves or given up, but you managed to survive? That's the life part. That's what we talk about. So in the upcoming weeks, near future, we're going to have some guests that's going to be litty. That's going to tell us how they made it over. We're going to have some guests that talks about their entrepreneur endeavors, how they accumulated the wealth and the mindset. I really want to dive deep into the mindset of a great entrepreneur, right? Because, we all need that motivation. But on today, The foundation, and let me say this too. The foundation to this podcast is relationship, right? And we just really don't just stick on romantic relationships. We talk about all relationships because I believe that in being an entrepreneur, it requires relationships. You got a relationship build. I believe in testimonies. It's building relationships because I just don't believe that we go through what we go through in life just to keep it to ourselves. I believe we go through what we go through in life so that we can share with other people our experiences, our hurts, our pains, our setbacks, everything, all the negative that has made for a better positive. Bars. You have been through so many negative things in your life. It's making for a better positive. And that's what we want to do. That's what we want to highlight that on this podcast. We want to help people out. I told you our mission is to empower the world to never give up. All nationalities, all creeds, all ethnicities, Black, white, Puerto Rican, Chinese, Spanish, everybody. I want to empower you so that you can live life on the next level because I believe that empowerment does not have a color. I believe inspiration does not have a color. We all need to be inspired, and that's what I'm doing. I'm trying to inspire the whole universe so that you can live life. Ain't no competition up here. No competition. I don't believe in competition in that regards. Because I want everybody to win. If we all win and we up. I want everybody to be up, period. But on today, I want to talk about something that haunts a lot of people that have been in relationships that have been hurt. It's a big one. This is a major one. Why do I feel like this is a major one? Because so many people have been hurt in relationships and you have not, watch this. This is crazy. You have not forgiven the person. So since you haven't forgiven the person that hurt you, what you do is you bring that pain into another relationship. Now, let me get the caveat real fast because I really want to tell you this. So many people will say something crazy like this: forgive them, but don't forget what they did. But the issue that I have is that if you don't forget what they did, what'll happen is if something similar comes up, now let me slow down right quick. Because many of you are like, nah, he's stupid. Why are you gonna say don't forget? Why are you gonna say don't forget? I need to remember so that if it happens again, I'll be no. I'm not saying remove wisdom. That's not what I'm saying, right? Because all of our experiences shape who it is that we are. All of our experiences will shape our mindset or how we think or how we navigate through obstacles or issues or relationship issues, right? So I want you to forget what they have done. Because if you don't forget what they have done, you will always relive that scenario in your head. And when you get into another relationship, you will feel like they would do the same. Why? Because if they do something similar to how your last relationship is, and you haven't forgot the pain, you haven't forgot the trauma that you went through, what'll happen is you will begin to place the same expectations on this new person. And they're a whole totally different a new person. Like, why are you bringing all that luggage, right? All that pain, all that trauma to a new relationship? For what? Forget it. It is what it is. And this is what I like to tell people. If you forgive somebody, you ought to forget it anyway, right? And it's crazy. It's crazy to me. You do stuff, but you want God to forgive you and forget it, right? Like, God, like, forgive me, but don't bring it up no more. So you don't want God to bring it. Why you keep on bringing it up? Why you keep on bringing it? And this is a big thing. This episode is lit today, right? Many of you are in a relationship, right, with the person that hurt you. You stayed. You made a decision to stay. You did not leave. You say that you forgave them, but every time you argue, you bring up old stuff that you claim that you forgave them for. Like that's why I say it's bananas, because whether you're still in that relationship or whether you're not in that relationship anymore, you need to forget the problem, forget the issue. Don't erase the wisdom that you extracted from that problem or that situation that you got over, right? But I need you to forgive them and then forget it. It is what it is. It happened. I forgave you. I made a conscious decision that I'm going to stay with you and we're going to move forward. But don't keep on bringing it up. I cannot stand a man or a woman that's in a relationship. I can't stand it. A man, let me say it clearly. I can't stand a man or a woman that's in a relationship that gets hurt in that relationship, and then you forgive them. You guys get to a place and you forgave them, and now you get into a new argument 2 months later, a week later, and you keep on bringing up what you did last week or what you did you remember what you did last month? You remember what you did last year? No, forget it. Like, don't forget the wisdom of it, but forget what happened. Because if you don't forget, you will keep on reliving it. And every time an argument comes up, that'll be your go-to argument. That's going to be your go-to hit below the belt type thing, right? That's going to be your, let me throw this on you real fast. That's going to be your argument tool. Like, I need you to be, and I get it. Now, if you're not going to get over that hump, right? If you're not going to forget it, and you like, don't be in a relationship. Move on. But when you move on, you have to heal. Because if you don't heal, when you get into another relationship, you haven't forgotten, you're going to bring it over. Period. That bothers me tremendously when people say that I forgave you, but you keep on bringing it up. Why are you bringing it up for? Like, I'm sorry about that. I apologize for that. I'm forever in your, I apologize. Like, that I address that it hurts you. I apologize. My behavior has changed. Now, this is a big thing. I can't stand people that keep on making the same mistake over and over and over and over and over again. You keep on saying, forgive me. No. Forgiveness is out the window now, right? In order for me to forgive you, I need to see some changed behavior, right? So, but the biggest thing in relationship, if you're out that relationship, or even if you're still in that relationship, you have to forgive this person and forget it for your sanity. Because if not, like, let's use this scenario. Suppose they cheated on you, right? Now, I get it. It's hard to forget it, but you have to get to that place, and you have to figure out how to get to that place to forgive and forget it. Because if not, you will, this is going to be another topic, another episode. You will always play investigator in the relationship. Why? Because you're still holding on to what he did, or you're still holding on to what she did. Either forgive me and we stay together, or you remember and we just break up. Point and blank. But again, if you keep on remembering and keep on reminiscing over what happened when you get into a new relationship, it's going to be hell. It's going to be crazy, because this person has not done anything to you. They have not hurt you, but you're treating them as if you're expecting them to do what your last person did. Why? Because you didn't heal. You didn't forgive. Many of you are holding on to old grudges. Many of you are holding on to unforgiveness, and you haven't forgiven the person that has hurt you 10 years ago. And it's crazy, because let's move out of a romantic relationship. Let's just move into a friendship zone right quick. Many of you can't have a genuine friendship, even right now. Many of you can't have a genuine friendship because of what your old best friend did, right? Many of you have a hard time moving on to a new friendship or building new relationships because of what somebody else did. And that's the thing. I told you this. You have to forgive and forget. Why? Because who you are, not just relationship, but friendship as well, who you are, you will attract. And the reason I say that, you are going to attract the same type of personality type. There's going to be different people, but they're going to have pretty much, because this is the thing, you have in common with other people that have similar personalities as your past friends. That's why, think about it. Why do you think most friends, I'm not saying all of them, for average, why do you think when you have a friend and you have friends, and then your other friends meet your other friends, everybody kind of gets along? Because we share some type of commonality, right? So that's what it is. You attract who you are, the personality type. So what I want to say is, even in friendships, you got to learn to forgive, forget, because the forget part is moving on. Listen, I hate when people say, I done moved on. No, you haven't, because you keep on talking about it. Every chance you get, you talk about the pain, right? You haven't talked to this person in 2 years, but then you get into a conversation with somebody, and the first thing you brought, yeah, about 5 years ago, somebody did that to me too. You haven't healed. It's crazy because many of you are walking around with wounds on your heart that are oozing, and you haven't put a patch on it. You haven't put no Neosporin on it to make it heal, to just get over it. I get it. What they did may have hurt, but you got to get to the place where you forgive, because if you don't forgive and move on, this will be a pain, a stain in your heart. It will be a stain in your life. Watch this. That keeps on repeating, and you will begin to bring it up in every single relationship that you begin to start. It's unhealthy. Like, I need you to heal. Like, you need to heal like yesterday. And if you don't heal, what will happen is that you will tarnish every single romantic relationship, every single friendship that you get into. It's not going to work. Why? Because you haven't healed. I need you to forgive and forget. Move on. And until you forgive, forget, and move on, you'll find yourself stuck in the same cycle. I don't want you to be stuck in the same cycle. And I get it. Now, I'm going to tell you this. This is the biggest thing, and I'm gone. It's going to require work on your end. It's not just, okay, I forgive you, I move on, I forget. No. It's going to require some work. And it's going to require some real work. And until you put in that real work, the cycle will keep on repeating itself. Listen, family, I love you guys to life. I'm out of here. And I hope this was helpful to you guys. Just a little episode just to drop in your spirit for the week so that you can, like, you know what, man, Berber, right? I need to forgive and forget and just move on so that my relationship, my sanity could be better. Mr. Aos Inspires. This is Aos the Podcast. I love you guys. I'll see you next week. Let's go.